Hello, everyone. This is part two of a 200-400 fixed limit hold'em shorthanded session on PokerStars. So, Queen 7, fold to me the small blind, or fold the Heisenberg. I like his attack. I like Yannick's defense. Yannick could 3-bet, but it's fine. And the call here, pretty good. Since the flop's paired, it's tougher for him to have made a pair. This is a good turn card for Heisenberg to barrel. I'm going to open this, of course, and flop. Now, if I got called there, I'm probably not barreling too many turns. I would bet any queen or jack for value, maybe like a king or a 10. Other than that, unless I felt like my opponent was just really peeling the flop light. Here, I think I should just go ahead and fold the flop here. I think my pre-flop play is good. I do have some very weak backdoors, and the queen, the 7 I think is going to get me in trouble sometimes when I hit it. But I am getting pretty good odds, so I peel and give up on the turn. I'm going to defend here. I'm going to check raise the flop. I don't lead here ever. I'm always checking either to check call, check fold, or check raise. Since he's always betting. And I'm not sure if I would bet call or bet 3-bet this turn. I think bet 3-bet is best since he's probably going to put in more action on the flop with a flush draw. Maybe like 9-2 of hearts or something he might just call with, or like 7-2 of hearts, but just a flush draw, nothing else to it. But obviously the river's a really easy bet for value, and I would just call if I get raised in the river. So you see their hands here, so this isn't going to be extremely interesting. They bet and checked, and I mean, it's, what am I supposed to say? What do I know what they have there? I have no idea. Okay, so Heisenberg's open's good. Yannick's 3-bet I like. I've been 3-betting a lot of king high hands heads up. The 8 and the king, they're both fighting cards. You can hit and win with those. Suitedness is nice. And I presume Heisenberg would just give up on the flop, but no, he check calls, and I don't know if he makes a play on the river. I don't think that is a good river card for Heisenberg to bluff. There's not really very many actually good river cards for him to bluff because he can't rapid draw, since there were no draws on the flop. So really, I think betting there would be giving money away. Now, this is an interesting spot pre. I guess the 3-bet's going to be fine. Caps. And I check fold the flop. Well, clearly I go to showdown because you see the hand. So there's not much to say really aside from the fact that I am a fish. And I 3-bet here. So good spot to 3-bet. And bet taken down. Nope, he check raises and I call. I don't mind the call on the flop. I think he's check raising 5s and 9s for sure, and there's a chance he wouldn't check raise an ace. Some people do, some people don't. Obviously on the turn, I'm not going anywhere now that I picked up spades, and I wouldn't mind a call on the river here, but he's probably got me. Like he's probably got a pair, 80 or more % of the time because I really look like I have a pair and he's still betting into me. So he's probably in fact got like a mid or top pair. And I think this is standard defense, standard check raise. I flop a pair. My hand's good. It's almost certainly vulnerable to at least 6 outs, maybe more. So, and of hands that I can get to fold. So, the ace jack, shorthand monster. Brings it up. Raise. I'd like a cap here. Yeah, so I do. Make a cap. And bet. It's going to be really tough for me to ever fold. So I got locked now. Sure. Just one of those really nice board runouts. And I like this fold. 9-3 out of position. I think I defend here, as I guess I should. And probably just give it up on the flop. You can continue here, especially against some players, but so some guys' raising range starts with an ace, right? It's on the button, so like ace or pair, or suited Broadway or whatever. I mean, some people open so crazy that you almost have to. I like the 3-bet, obviously. I think the raise with 9-5 is fine. I don't know how this gets to showdown, but Heisenberg might be a little frustrated at this point. Just peeling flops with wow! Look at this 3-bet action. It's sort of a compounding error, you call the flop with nothing, and then you just go crazy on the turn. This might be when Heisenberg starts tilting his head in chat. So this is a really sick spot, and I don't know how I know to bet there, but I guess he would raise the flop with a pair. Would have been my thinking. One of those just close your eyes and just hope for the best. So obviously a 3-bet, Yahtzee on the flop. Yeah. Oh, and he folds. What a disappointment that is. Just unfortunate. I think I was multi-tabling. I think I was 4 tabling this. I don't always necessarily think that you have to steal there with 7-8 suited, but it's an aggressive campaign. And block with. I think I just flat here, which I like out of position. I'm going to check raise this flop, of course. Really awesome flop. Deck call. Oh, that's so sick. You fucker. It just shows why you can't really fold one pair of hands. Good one pair of hands in the turn. Did I fold an ace there? I would chant that hand. So I'm not sure how big a mistake, if any, Heisenberg made here. Pre-flop, obviously defend. It's tough to give him credit on that flop. The king of the queen kind of does suck. If he was getting out of line pre, those are hands he could get out of line with, king 4 or whatever. He's got to be raising now, jack high, 10 high, 9 high, whatever, for you to be good. And then the turn, I don't think you can continue on the turn unless he's just airballing every 9 high. Because the jack hits, of course, it's jack high and 10 high, just straight. I like that fold there. Out of position, not a great hand. Probably fold this ace 6 if Yannick opens. Bet calls. I think I check fold here. That's a really bad card. Be on the turn. I guess I'm just trying to win pots and things. Yeah, I like that fold. I don't like opening jack 7, even though it is my lucky hand. I don't really like this open either. Probably a little frustrated at this point. Yahtzee the flop. Solid. If he check raised the turn here, I would slow down. I would just call. And pick up a rock crusher. Bet call. I'm gonna bet again. I pick up a lot of equity. And straight up bet for value. I don't think I would have bet unimproved. So here I 3-bet King 10, which is pretty good. We're going to probably check back. And I don't know. That's a good card for me on the turn. But I think checking back is okay too. So I'm going to 3-bet this, of course. Betting the flop. And this is a really annoying spot when you get check raised and then you have high card and you have to give your opponent $2,000. But not too much you can do about that. And here I defend 10-6. Which is, yeah, it's good. I'm going to raise this flop. Nope, I just call the flop, which is it's very unusual. I would usually raise that flop. So I'm not sure what my thinking there was. I must have been just delaying for a safe turn. And of course now I raise. And no! God, I hate seeing these shut pots shipped to anybody who isn't me. You could take the 7th flop. Amazing how well just like raising pre-betting the flop can be. It's the oldest tactic in poker. Pairs, he check raises me for sure. Sometimes bets out on the turn. Just based on my review of the session, I want to give that Don credit. Bet. I mean, I don't have a hand, so it doesn't matter. Would I fold something like Ace Jack there? No, probably not. But maybe like Jack, whatever, like Jack 7 or something. So fold hands. Okay, we can open this. Beautiful flop. And I'm going to defend here. And give up on the flop. Give up on the turn. Give up on the river. I guess my turn bet's not so bad. Flop feels a little ambitious, but I guess it depends on how weak my opponent is. Probably not great against this guy. Yeah, seems pretty confident. Seems like every time I open light on the button, I get. I do like my 60 offsuit fold on the bottom here. It's a revolutionary play I've been working on. So Yannick 3-bets Ace 5 small blind, which is I guess I think Heisenberg might have been on tilt and taking a shot. I don't know if that's a standard play for me. Maybe it should be. Maybe that's maybe I play too tightly from small blind versus situations. You are going to be dominated a decent amount of the time, and you're not going to flop that well. Or you can get bluff raised. And I like how he just calls the bluff raise. It is a way ahead, way behind situation. Mostly the focus on way ahead, but give him rope, let him hang himself. And now he's going to check back because he gets the pair. So this will be it for part 2 of my session. We'll just do this last hand. Just need to chop. Oh, how cruel you are, River. So yeah, this is part 2, and I'll get working on parts 3, 4, 5, etc. And as always, share your comments, feedback, etc.